Hello YouTube, it's Lego City train o'clock. Now departing from platform 3, we have the Lego City train station set 60335. We have the freight train set 60336, and the final one 60337, which is the passenger train. This is the lineup for 2022, and I've got to say it's a bit of a mixed bag. There's some wins here, and there's one. I think it's a bit of a love it or hate it. Some people love it, most people seem to dislike it, but we'll get to that in a minute. Will I be buying these? Well, you can make your mind up from how I talk about them in a minute, but being a Lego train fan, you know I have to go through these and let you know. I've been looking at them for the last few days, trying to decide, umming and ahhing, and I think I've got a pretty good idea on what I want here. So let's go through them, and I'll give you my thoughts on each of the set pictures that have been released now. Incidentally, this is all on Lego's website, so none of this is sort of leaked or anything like that, photos. These are all available from Lego's website. I'm going to start with the one that seems to be the most controversial and the one I'm inclined to agree with, and that's the freight train here. There's some good stuff and there's some bad stuff here. Overall, it's quite a mixed bag of things going on in it. We've got the freight train itself. We've got a cargo container, just takes a couple of pallets you can see being lifted up by the crane in the background there. We've got a car transporter, which is kind of interesting, except for the fact you can only get 3 cars on it. And then we've got one more wagon, which that device you can see in the background actually goes onto, which is a solar car charger. So it's kind of cool. I will say right off the bat, one of the things I really don't like is the way they've done this windscreen here. Now, some people actually said this train looks a bit futuristic. It's actually not. There are trains that look like this in service. I can't remember the name of the model, but they do exist looking very similar to this. So kudos to Lego for finding one of the more interesting designs out there. But I just don't feel this works. This windscreen piece here just feels really, for want of a better word, lazy. It just doesn't work. Like if you look at these trains, this front should follow the curve of that piece. That's how it should work. I'm being picky. This is a kid's play set, but that's from a personal point of view, from an adult collector's point of view, that is a mistake. That's, I think, could be better, but it could be easily fixed as well. I don't mind the color scheme. The yellow, the blue, and the white works quite well. Again, they've sort of used this big white space in the middle here, which looks quite good with the fins on it and all the fin details on the top. So they've gone out of their way to try and make this interesting. As for what's in the set, you can see in this next picture here, we've got, again, what I said, we've got the actual freight train. We've got this wagon with the solar charging equipment in it. I've got to be honest, I'm not actually sure why the solar charging equipment's in that wagon, but let's go with it. Then we've got this container here. Well, it's 2 containers on top of a wagon. Now, this is something we've seen a lot of times, and it's quite a traditional thing, so can't complain about that. Then we've got this car transporter that holds all of 3 cars, which is a strange number and a strange layout. It sort of works, but doesn't work in my books. We've got this rather cool cargo pickup vehicle here, and the way they've done these claws is really good, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then we've got 6 minifigures here, a good long loop of track and an extra long siding. And this piece here, which I originally thought was actually a buffer, it's not. It's for the car wagon to bump up to, and then the cars can drive off. So in the original photos I saw, it wasn't clear that's what it was, but then in the more sort of recent promotional ones, you can see a bit more of that. And again, this is powered up on the new system, so motors in there. Here's the remote. You get a full kit to build your own train set here. Again, here's the train zooming along. It looks pretty cool like that. It does, but this windscreen really bothers me. It really does. I just don't like it. It's just Lego, I think you could have done better. I like the fact they've gone sort of 7 wide though. They've got the arms on the outside to make it look like the driver can get in and out using these, which is kudos to that. And we're going to see a similar detail in the passenger train in a minute, which I'm glad to see Lego doing now. It's one of the things that people ask for is, where are the doors? How do people get in? Here's a side view. Again, you can see our cargo, the half empty car transporter and the weird wagon at the back. I have to say, the wagon itself does look pretty good. I do like it. I like the colours of it, but I don't understand the point of what's in it, personally. Here we are, close up of this, and interesting to see they're keeping the green theme going. You may have seen the Lego City Farm sets that have come out, or coming out rather, keeping that farming thing going here. That's very good, and the produce here. So I'm guessing this is someone from the supermarket chain. I should have checked that logo beforehand. I'm going to guess that is someone from the supermarket chain. Looks like he's holding some Vegemite there. No, I'm just kidding. It's got to be chocolate spread. Anyone who doesn't know what Vegemite is, it's like Marmite, the Australian version of it. Here we have the cargo pickup. And what they've done is use some technique here and just there's simple half pin pieces here. And that is enough for them to pick up this container, which works really, really well. If you see the shots of it actually in action, it seems to work very well. So I don't know if that's luck or anything. There's not a lot of friction, but that seems to be all it needs to pick this up because it has this flat top. So yeah, I'm a mixed bag on this one. I want to like it. I'm big on the cargo things. I like sort of some of the details, like we got these clamps on here holding everything in place. It gets undone when they're unloading it and stuff like that. But I don't feel like this is going to be a $300 set, and I don't feel like that's a $300 set. I'm guessing that price, but that's how much they usually cost. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I think that's what that'll cost, and I don't think it's a good value set. Now, here with Passenger Train. This, on the other hand, is a different bag entirely. Hats off to Lego for how they've done this one. Now, it's got a real hint of the Horizon Express on the front here with this sort of bullet train nose. The way they've done this piece underneath is all singing a sort of cheaper version of Horizon Express. Not that Horizon Express was expensive, but we've got a train here that looks like it comes with all the motors, the minifigures, everything's there. And some other interesting details as well, such as we've got doors. We've actually got opening doors on a passenger train. That has never happened. Actually, it has happened. It used to happen a long, long time ago, and then Lego stopped doing doors, and this time they've gone with that. Interestingly, they've used the same longer base here that they used on the freight wagon, and this is something they use in sort of police sets and things like that for building the lorries and stuff like that. It's actually longer than your standard Lego City base, unless that is a new base. I don't think it is, though. I think it's just their standard one, which makes it about 4 studs longer than a normal Lego City train. All of 4 studs. Is it 4 studs? Maybe 8 studs, actually. But it has to be because they need this extra bit in here. But I like how they've used it. I guess it means the engine's longer as well. You can see what I was saying about that drop snout as well. It's a very sleek train. The green I don't dislike. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think it's good. I haven't used this color for a while, so yeah, I think it works. And you can see again the way they sort of streamline these roofs, joining them together. Again, very Horizon Express like in that. So I like it. I love this side profile with these doors in here. That is so good. This makes this train infinitely more playable than the older sets. Again, you can see nice sort of profile shot here, and here's one with the platform that comes with it and all the minifigures. Not bad. Here's the train going. Very brick built. I like how it's brick built. I like how they haven't just put one of those big blooming helicopter style cones on the nose, and they've actually used bricks to build it again. It's one of those things, again, people like me love some of the older sets that have the brick built noses. And here we can see just how it couples up. Not the most exciting shot, but it does give you a nice profile of these how they've tried to detail the end of each of the wagons as well, which is good to see, rather than just a plain finish. They've actually tried to do this, which again is very Horizon Express in how it's executed. The way each end curves in slightly as well is quite unique. That's not been done before either. And here we have one of my favourite shots of this set, which is the train. We've got one in the background and then one coming into the mini platform. Now, obviously, the train would have to stop twice to unload both carriages. But anyway, you still get the token platform with a tree on it, conductor with a cross on. One thing we don't see in much detail though on this, which is a shame and I would like to have seen, is a bit more of the interior. We've got this one here of someone loading up his bike to go on the train. I love that bike. Very well done. Good use of the parts. And again, we've got someone in a very cool wheelchair there and talking to a young lady in a very snazzy outfit. I do like that top. But this doesn't really tell us much about the interior of the train. You can see what I mean though. This is that base piece that we've got here, which has that big drop. This is the big drop. So this is the only issue, is this interior. We have this massive step up, which is about 2 bricks high. So I don't know if there's some steps in here or something to join that together, or Lego's just gone, meh, it's a city set, don't need to worry about it. We won't know, but you can see that's what I mean. That's this piece here. So it is 2 bricks high and that big step. So it'd be interesting to see what other detail is inside these. Is there actually a dining car like we usually get? Or is it all just passengers in this one? There is a dining car, we can see that there, but what does it look like? Is it going to be the same as we had in the last set, which was just someone stuck across the width of the carriage? I'm not sure. I want to see it, want to know what's going on. But overall, I do like it. The one criticism I would have, if anything, was the roof looks a bit unfinished to me. I know it's these pieces are just one stud here, but for some reason, this top just doesn't feel quite finished. It's sort of almost like a bus. It's like a Lego City bus. It's not like the trains usually have a bit more of a finish on them than that. And yeah, just I'm not sure. The front looks good though, nice and sleek. This is gonna move. I'm guessing this is just a sort of commuter train more than anything, but I like it. I am very happy with that train. I will confess, when I first saw it, I wasn't happy, but it has really grown on me the more I've looked on it, and I like it. I do really like it. I like a lot of what Lego's done. I love the fact it's brick built. I like the fact it's got this long, sleek nose on it. I love the fact it's got doors on it, and I love the figures that come with it. It looks like it's going to be a cracker of a set, and I will obviously be buying 2, because why not? You need 2 to complete the set again, and people will moan about that, but anyway. And last but by no means least, the 60335 passenger station. Look at that beauty. This is a proper station. This is way better than the last city station we had. I've got to say, I think this is a home run. Lego has knocked this out of the park. We've got a properly detailed crossing here. Look, they've even filled in the bit in between. Love it. We've got this end piece here, incidentally, which is the same one that came with the hidden side train set, the ghost train, and it's to allow vehicles to drive on and off the tracks. So like the fact that they've got that in there. We've got again the supermarket kind of branding coming in here, and this sort of lovely cheerful bright color scheme they've got going on, as well as a maintenance car, which we haven't seen one of those for quite a while, with a thunderbox, or portaloo as most people know it. They're called thunderboxes in Australia. Go figure. I learned that from Tasman recently. Here's just a bit of the promotional pictures of that same shot, just from further away. And here we see a bit more of it. That one's not the best shot. This one's better. This one's a better view of what's going on. The toilet's been left outside the station. That's interesting. The station itself's not huge, but you get a bus with it, which looks very, very cool. And I think there's a better... Yeah, here we go. That is a cool bus. I really, really like that bus. I think that bus is... This set's worth getting just for that bus. I love that this is like a whole like commuter setup. This is like, we've got the bus, we've got the trains, you've got the only thing missing is a taxi. And it gives you a good view of all the minifigures you get as well. We've got the driver, got the guy here wearing his apron for work, mum and child, 2 more work people there. I think it's good. I like it. Here we see a bit more close up of the crossing as well. This crossing is excellent. I do love the level of attention Lego's gone to make this crossing look good. Oh, and you get a road plate too. Let's not forget the road plate. But it's good to see even Lego had to pull some something out of the bag to make it work. You can see here it's not quite the right height. And anyway, bit of the interior as well. We've got the map, the ticket, someone buying their ticket or trying to decide where they're going. And here's all the minifigures. Nice, good selection of minifigures, and another bike as well. Oh, a little bird. Didn't see the bird before. I like it. I think that's really good. I think that station is excellent. You've probably guessed by now, I'm a big fan of the train station. And I'm a big fan. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Look at that wall. That's all tile built. That's really lovely. That's so nice. See, there's so many little details you can look at. You can look at this again and again and again and still not see everything that's in it. Yep, I like this station a lot. I think this has got a lot of potential to be built on and added to, and I think it's going to look good in anybody's city. So yeah, I think that train station is an absolute win in my books. I would definitely be getting that. I think it looks outstanding. I love the passenger train. I think that looks really good. I love the doors on it. Maybe a little bit similar to the last one here, but again, it's an electric train. These things look like that. I'm intrigued to see if we get lights actually. It's one thing I didn't see on the box front. Tells you it's got the powered up. Doesn't tell. Oh, it does have lights. It's got lights as well. How good is that? Cool, it's got lights. Missed that detail. I just wondered, like, it was one of those things that Lego's put on there to make it look good, but no, it actually does have lights. That's pretty cool. So yeah, the passenger train is definitely a win for me again. I think that's a great set. I don't think anyone's going to be happy with that one. But this cargo train, I'm not feeling it, I'm afraid. I'm not feeling it. I love this wagon's very cool. The containers and the lorry that they're on, the truck they're on, is good. This freight carrying car here I think is really good as well. Looks like it's got like the ratchet pieces on the back here as well to make it go up and down. I think that's really good. This engine, this car carrying car, and this, I don't like it very much. I think that lets it down massively. I'm not a fan of this set. It's very rare for me to say that, but I don't like it. I don't think I'll be going down the path of the cargo train. Unless you guys want me to get it to do a review on, I'm not overly fussed on it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments on each of these sets. I definitely think Lego has tried to do something different here and has won and not won, I think. I think this is definitely a winner. I think the train station's a winner and the cargo train is a miss in my books, but I'm happy to be told otherwise in the comments. Let me know what you think. Are you going to be getting these? What's the most exciting bit of all of these other than the fact that it's got a Portaloo and this car? I love that it's got this. This is something you used to be able to buy as a separate set. And they've brought it back, but in another big set. So I don't know what the prices are on these yet. I'm guessing the passenger train will be around 200 Aussie dollars and the cargo train will be around 300 Aussie dollars. That seems to be the normal pricing, but I don't know, it might be more because there's quite a lot in this. It's a bigger train than usual, so it might be more sort of 220, 230 possibly. I don't think it'll be up to 250. That's pushing it, and suddenly sort of starts becoming a city train. But I think this is a probably $200, maybe 220. Let's hope for 200, hey. Anyway, if you're new here, hit subscribe. I do post regularly, and I will see you again very soon. Here's a couple more videos that I think you will enjoy. Thank you for watching.